Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the money game, and sometimes we find ourselves predicting the future with a crystal ball made of SEC filings, but this time it's a bit more like a corporate rumor mill. Today we're diving into Inspirato Incorporated's latest filing, which comes with a bit of a twist, a public statement from their CEO that sounds a lot like he's hyping up a brand new venture. So buckle up because we're going to decode what's really going on behind the scenes at Inspirato. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our Discord community linked in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is essentially a document called a Schedule 14A, which is a fancy way of saying it's related to proxy statements. Think of it as a company telling the world about important shareholder decisions or communications. In this case, Inspirato is filing this because their CEO, Payam Zamani, put out some social media posts on LinkedIn and Instagram that they're now including as part of their official communications. In this case, Inspirato is filing this because their CEO, Payam Zamani, put out some social media posts on LinkedIn and Instagram that they're now including as part of their official communications. So what did our CEO have to say on social media? Well, it's quite a statement. He talks about being a long-time consumer of luxury travel and how the opportunity to get involved with Inspirato was something he wanted to jump on. He highlights his past experience building marketplaces like Accession and how he sees this as an interesting opportunity to take a business that has done well and built amazing travel opportunities and transform it into a marketplaces like Active.com, and how he sees this as an interesting opportunity to take a business that has done well and built amazing travel opportunities and transform it into a marketplace with global reach. He then gets specific about combining what he calls Buyerlink with Inspirato. He describes Buyerlink as having deep expertise in performance-based marketing and building marketplaces. And Inspirato, of course, is known for its luxury travel expertise. He believes this combination could represent a multi-billion-dollar opportunity, and he's clearly excited, saying they are just at the infancy of something really significant. It sounds a lot like he's announcing a major new direction or partnership. And just to be clear, these aren't just idle thoughts he shared. He's actually posted about this. We've got links here to his LinkedIn and Instagram post detailing these very sentiments. But wait, there's more. Just a day before that July 31st post on July 30th, Mr. Zamani also put out another post on LinkedIn and Instagram hinting that something special was on the horizon. This really builds up the narrative that some big changes are afoot. Now, every company filing like this includes what's called forward-looking statements. It's basically the company covering its back by saying that anything they say about the future might not actually happen. They use words like believe, may, will, estimate, potential, continue, anticipate, intend, expect, and so on. This is standard practice, but it's important information to know when you're reading these reports because it means you should take any predictions with a grain of salt. In this specific document, these forward-looking statements are very clear. They mention the company's ability to complete a proposed business combination with something called Buyerlink Inc. and their expectations for how this combined company will perform. So it seems Mr. Zamani's social media posts are directly related to a planned merger. So this filing itself is being called solicitation material for this proposed merger with Buyerlink. This means they're using this communication to get shareholders on board with this deal. They're pointing you to a preliminary proxy statement that was already filed on July 31st. This is like the initial announcement of the merger plans before all the final details are ironed out. And they're strongly urging their shareholders to read the definitive proxy statement and other filings when they become available, because that's where all the important details will be. Think of it as the full contract for the merger. They're reminding everyone that all these documents are publicly available on the SEC's website, which is a great resource for anyone wanting to dig deeper. Now, here's a crucial bit of disclosure. Inspirato and Buyerlink, along with their top management and employees, might be considered participants in this effort to get shareholders to approve the merger. They're also referencing their earlier proxy statement from April for their annual meeting to give you info about their current leadership. This is important because when a deal like this happens, the interests of the leadership team can be a big factor. And they promise that more details about these participants and their interests in the merger will be in those upcoming official filings. This is all about transparency, making sure shareholders know who is pushing for what and why. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture here. Inspirato is a company that operates in the luxury travel space. Think high-end vacation club and experience provider. The CEO's comments about transforming it into a global marketplace with deep expertise in performance-based marketing and building marketplaces strongly suggest they're looking to pivot or at least significantly expand their business model. The mention of Buyerlink Inc. is key. While this filing doesn't give us Buyerlink's financials directly, it paints a picture of a strategic partner focused on e-commerce and digital marketing. The CEO's vision seems to be about leveraging Buyerlink's strengths to create a much larger, more powerful online travel platform, potentially reaching a global audience and aiming for multi-billion-dollar valuations. What's interesting is that this filing doesn't actually contain any financial tables from Inspirato itself. It's focused purely on the communication strategy around this proposed merger. This means that to understand Inspirato's current financial health, we'd need to look at their separate quarterly or annual reports. However, this filing is all about the future and a significant shift in strategy. The fact that the CEO is putting this out on social media and then officially filing it suggests he's very bullish on this merger and wants to get shareholders excited and informed early on. It's a bold move and it signals a high level of confidence from leadership that this combination is a game changer. From a corporate decoder perspective, this is a classic example of a company looking to accelerate growth and market presence through acquisition or merger. The luxury travel niche can be competitive and volatile. By integrating with a company focused on performance marketing and marketplace building, Inspirato is aiming to boost its reach, customer acquisition and possibly its revenue streams through a more scalable online-first model. However, risks are certainly present. Mergers are complex. There's always the challenge of integrating two companies' cultures, systems, and strategies. The success hinges on whether the combined entity can actually deliver on that multi-billion-dollar promise. Also, shareholder approval is a critical hurdle as mentioned in the forward-looking statements. If shareholders don't see the value or have concerns about the deal's terms, it could fall apart. Overall, Inspirato seems to be charting an ambitious course. The leadership clearly has a vision to disrupt and grow, and they're using a very proactive communication strategy to bring shareholders along for the ride. So what's my take on all this? Inspirato is clearly trying to evolve and reach a much larger market by teaming up with Buyerlink. The CEO's enthusiasm is palpable, and the strategic rationale of combining luxury travel with marketplace expertise makes a lot of sense on paper. The biggest strengths here are the clear vision for expansion and the CEO's active communication. However, the risks can't be ignored. Post-merger integration is tough, and the market reception to this new combined offering will be the ultimate test. We need to keep a close eye on how this merger progresses and if Inspirato can truly capture that multi-billion-dollar opportunity they're aiming for. Alright, that's our decode of Inspirato's latest filing. What's your take on this potential merger, and what do you think it means for Inspirato's future? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate insights delivered straight to you. Don't forget to check out our Discord community in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.